Greetings, hey, Dr. Brandon Nielsen here. I had a couple of questions come in. Jane Barlow and I from Barlow Herbal did a video about restoring lung health, helping lung to regenerate, those type of things. And I definitely recommended the colloidal silver sinus spray, the nano silver, being able to nebulize that, how long, those type of things. We also recommended lung blend. But one of the things I had a question about is how many parts per million does this have? This has only 10 parts per million. But that being said, I'll say that I used to use a product that had much more, and we started getting a little bit of toxicity, I noticed. What we did with this is we developed with a lab that is 10 parts per million, but it's only 3 nanometers. Now, to put that in comparison, imagine you have a red blood cell, so 68 microns, right? This big, and a little pin dot on that is the size of our silver particle. So although the parts per million are much less, it's much more effective, absorbs a lot better, gets directly into the cell, and yes, at one of the universities, this size of particle can actually get into the nucleus of the cell. So super phenomenal with that, all right? So that way you don't get toxic silver. The other questions are some of this is, does this help with detoxing lungs? Yes. Would I also add some other products? Yes, I like to use this more for detoxification of like infection, those type of things, and restoring and regenerating. But what about if you've been exposed to like sawdust or fumes or smoke or those type of things? All right, so let's talk about that. One of the things I would still do is use your nebulizer, but I would do nebulized glutathione. Also consider injecting glutathione because glutathione is the main detoxifier of the body. I would also, to increase blood level glutathione, I would use a product called S-acetylglutathione, one of the few glutathiones that have actually been shown to increase your serum glutathione, okay? S-acetylglutathione, nebulized glutathione, all right? Also consider doing something like, as you're exercising, let me show you this. A precursor to glutathione is N-acetylcysteine. If you can't get the glutathione, all right, then as you're exercising, one of the things that you can do to help flush toxins, get rid, is I would actually recommend something like niacin, nicotinic acid, not niacinamide, because niacinamide generally won't cause you to flush. I want you to flush. So you take it about 20 minutes before a really hard exercise, or you get into a sauna or a shower, so you're flushing and just pushing things out. So that's one of the best things, all right? The niacin, a nicotinic flush. Now, what else would I use? Okay, I'll talk about kind of a workout, but some other things that I'd use depending on what you're exposed to would be something like a chemtox, specifically for chemicals. If it's like a chlorine toxicity, you might want to be more specific to chlorine, or do something like a NAT-MER, like a sodium chloride, right? Or if it's like sawdust particles, you might use something like silicea. Or if it's just this chronic cough, you might use something like, and again, you guys, it's so individualized, but it might be something like bryonia or carbolic acid. These are all homeopathics. Or what else might I use? Those are some of the, arsenicum. Iodatum or arsenicum album. Those are some of the homeopathics I would use. And then the other thing that I would recommend you guys is doing some type of a breathing exercise. Like you can look it up on YouTube, like a Wim Hof breathing exercise. Wim Hof breathing exercise will help stimulate the vagus nerve through intense breathing, but also what it does is it actually helps regulate pH so that you can detoxify. They've shown that the pH regulation actually goes into the lymph, which is phenomenal. So Wim Hof method, Wim Hof breathing. And then the last thing that I would recommend is a vagal stimulation to help calm down that chronic cough after you've done some of these things. And that would be like gargling warm water as you're showering. So after you've showered, like really get that gargle, that deep, loud and proud gargle. Your husband or wife or the kids might be like, what are you doing? You're stimulating your vagus nerve. That way you can actually have better control of that cough, all right? Hopefully that helps you guys. I know there's a lot. Every person is individualized, but that's a good start. So I'm Dr. Brandon Nielsen. Remember this, to live in wholeness every day. And if you guys have any comments, please put them down below. Also, if you like this, obviously like it, share it, whatever you do, thumbs up. We're here to serve you. We're here to help. Thanks so much.